Hello and welcome to cookbookslive.com. I'm Stephen Fries and I'm delighted to be here in Nashville, Tennessee. And with me today is Molly Grant, who represents, well, why don't you tell me who you represent, Molly?
The Junior League of Charleston, South Carolina.
And in front of me is a book that is, I believe, original, 60 years of Charleston receipts. And this book has recipes from how way back?
Oh, before the United States was the United States as we know it. 300 years back, generations and generations. And basically really truly documents Southern cooking throughout the last 200 years.
And I've been to Charleston. I know that you've got a phenomenal mecca of cuisine.
Unbelievable.
Yes, you do. And are there recipes in here that are still created at these restaurants?
Absolutely. If you're a chef in Charleston, chances are you have a copy of that cookbook because the recipes are so sacred and handed down from generation to generation. And when they were printed in this cookbook, it was done in 1950. It was kind of sacred for these people to be willing to give up their cherished secret family recipes and have them printed in this cookbook. And if you truly are a chef, and especially dealing with Southern food, you are cooking something from this cookbook. Now, of course, you probably adapted it, a little bit yourself, but really, it's the bare base of true historical Southern food.
And some of the terminology in here obviously needs to be defined.
It absolutely does. Originally, you see, we just finished our 34th printing. Over the years in the printings, we started defining a little bit more, putting in a glossary, because as years went on, a lot of that cooking and lingo and terminology kind of started dying off, and so we needed to come back on the scene and kind of redefine for people what exactly some of the terms mean.
Talking about recipes, there are a couple in here that I thought about. The Benny Brittle, something I'm going to go and make. Tell me about that. It's
crazy good and really easy. Did you notice that it's very
three ingredients?
Three ingredients, a little dash of water, and you're good to go. Ironically, I'm not a huge Benny seed fan. And it's very historical for Charleston and in the South with Benny seeds. And so they use it in a lot of different recipes. But this one recipe in particular is a really incredible sweet treat. And it's very thin and sweet and sugary and with the hint of the Benny seed flavor. And if you make it and just when you break it apart, it kind of breaks off into beautiful triangle pieces. Big scoop of vanilla bean ice cream. Slide that right in the top, and it sticks right into the scoop of ice cream, and it's beautiful, simple, and it has people wanting more.
And for those viewers that don't know what Benny seed is, it's
sesame seeds.
Right, okay, because I just wanted to clear that
up. It is.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know that it is sesame seeds, and those go way back historically in Charleston, back to the time of slavery. And the fact that this book is hugely influenced with Gullah history. If you're not familiar with Gullah history, it truly is part of the African history that has stayed alive and still stays alive within our community. When you see sweetgrass basket weaving and a lot of the cooking from this book are wonderful Gullah tradition.
Talk about traditional recipes. One that I picked out, the Huguenot torte, is indigenous to the area. Tell me a little about that recipe.
Well, it is so well known and is used for some of our tea rooms. Locally, and it was submitted in this cookbook by the family of the woman, Mary Breen Huguenin, who actually was responsible for being the cookbook chair back in 1949 and producing and putting together this cookbook. And it truly is a part of Charleston history. I mean, there's multiple recipes in there that are very well known to the area, and by far that is one of the sweeter ones that is cooked still to this day. When you talk old school churches in Charleston, that were there in the 1600s, it is one that's still being made.
Great. What I also found in the book is you have some actual recommended menus at the back of the book. I think that's great to help the person that doesn't know how to put all these together to make a tea, as you said, or a holiday dinner. So in the book, it gives some great ideas as to how to put these multiple, looks like hundreds of recipes in here. And how many?
300 and something, I think.
Gee whiz, that's quite a bit. And a few questions. How how many books have been sold so far?
We just finished our 34th printing of 15,000 copies. We will probably have to do, and when I say just finished, we ran out and had people, wait listed, and we won't let that happen again. and just got them in and are already, depleted by 3,000 copies sold last month alone. So we are in constant print ever since 1950 and selling on average 15,000 every 2 years.
That's fantastic. What do you do with the funds?
It goes back into the Charleston community.
Beautiful.
And that's one of the reasons why the women wanted to do this, because they were actually doing a speech center, which the concept of the Junior League is designed for them to put money back in the community, set up projects, and have them take off on their own.
Wow. And one more question, how could somebody viewing this purchase the book from you?
Well, they can go to the Junior League website, or they can go to our other website, which is cookinginthesouth.com. And if they go on that website, they can see our blog. We've been blogging 60 recipes in celebration of the 60th anniversary of this book.
Great. Well, I want to thank you for joining me today. It's been enlightening to learn about this. And for cookbookslive.com from Nashville, Tennessee, I'm Stephen Freese.